Welcome back to our unboxing series. Today we're going to talk about the Medela Pump and Style Hands-free, and we're going to include special features of the pump, what's included and how to assemble it, also how to use it and care for and clean it. And by the way, if you haven't ordered your pump through insurance yet, please reach out to us at aceleron.com/order and we can help get that started for you. The special features of this pump, first of all, start with the pump motor. The Pump and Style includes micro vibration technology to help increase the milk output for when you pump with it. It also has an external battery pack so that you can pump on the go. So you can plug the pump in to pump with an outlet, or you use this battery pack to pump on the go, and you have a little handle as well. The last special feature to include is that it does have a 1-year warranty. That 1-year warranty is on the pump motor itself, and it covers things like it's not creating suction or there's some sort of problem with the motor. You also have an additional 90-day warranty on the parts. Let's get into how to assemble your Pump and Style hands-free. So with your hands-free collection kit, it's very simple. It's only 3 pieces, which is awesome. You have the actual breast shield that's going to go against your body, and then you have your membrane or your backflow protector here, and it's all one piece, but it only goes on one way. So that sort of like keyhole opening is going to point down, and you're going to start with assembling right on the notch at the top. You make sure that that backflow protector is fully sealed, and then you're going to bring this part down here over the lip and underneath. And you'll see that it does settle in right there. Now you want to make sure that that flap underneath is not inserted at all in there. It's going to hang loose right like that. So that's what lets the milk enter your collection kit, but it doesn't let the milk come back out towards the shield or your body. For the actual collection part, you're going to take this notch at the top, put it right in, and then you're going to fully seal all the way around. And you'll hear a click once it's good to go. A couple clicks. So you want to make sure, again, that you're fully lined up. If you're not lined up correctly, if there's a little overlap here, you want to undo it and do it again. The reason why we're doing that is because if it's not lined up correctly, you can have leaking while you pump, or when you finish pumping and you go to pour your milk off to put it in a storage bottle. So we really don't want that to happen. Now you may notice that I didn't say how to put that O-ring on and off. And that's because that O-ring that's inside here doesn't actually need to come off in between pumping sessions. And the O-ring itself, I'll take all the other pieces off, is this little clear ring here. It has some ridges. So that stays on there and you don't have to separately clean it during regular cleaning sessions. When it comes to the tubing, you have the option of single or double pumping with this pump. So that just means pumping one or both sides at the same time. The cap where it says Medela on it is what's going to attach to the front of your collection cup, and you have 2 of those. So if you're double pumping, you have both collection cups ready to go, and you can pump both sides at the same time. But if you're single pumping, only pumping one side, you take one of those caps, and you're gonna put it right into the top of your Y connector. Now the Y connector, the part that says Medela with the M up, is the top of your Y where your collection cups go, and that's right where your top cap will port in so that you don't have any air pulled in, because if you do, you won't have suction on your preferred side. So just again, your Y connector for double pumping, the M in Medela faces up. For single pumping, you take one of those caps and push it right in there so that you have the side ready to go. The other end of your tubing is also a circle, and that's going to insert right into the top of your pump motor here. For your battery options with the Pump and Style hands-free, you can plug the pump in like this to the wall outlet, or you can pump on the go with the battery pack. So it does take 8 AA batteries, and it opens on both sides. So you just want to make sure that you include batteries on both sides, and then you can plug this into the pump motor so you can use it on the go. One thing to note about the collection cups, they include 2 sizes for you, a 24mm and a 21mm. The reason why they have the 2 sizes are that so you're most comfortable while pumping and that you get the most milk for your pumping session. So that is indicated right on the inside of the breast shield there with the 24 or the 21. And then you also have an indicator on the side of the collection cups for how much milk was collected during your pumping session. So when it comes to using your Medela pump and style, one thing you might notice is there's no screen on here. The benefit to the pump not having a screen is that when we use any pump, we really want to make sure that we're using the correct suction strength for our body. Without a screen on here, you're truly using the strength that your body needs because you have to pay attention to how it feels instead of just a number on the screen itself. For the buttons, we have a power button, a plus and minus to change our suction strength, and then we have our phase button, which I'll go into more in a minute. I want you to notice on the side we have our plug. I have mine plugged into the wall, but this is also where you would use your adapter if you were plugging it in to pump more on the go. When we're using our pump, that two-phase technology has to do with kind of copying what a baby will do when it's nursing. So if a baby is directly nursing, they're going to go through two different phases of a suck pattern, a faster and slower pattern. So I'm going to show you how to do that on the pump and style itself. First, we're going to turn the pump on with our power button. And what happens is it will automatically start in the first phase, which is called the letdown or massage mode. This is going to stimulate your letdown. What it means is that your letdown is when your milk starts to flow. So this suck pattern is a lot faster, so it has a higher pace to it. So what I mean by that is how many sucks per minute. The only thing that you're meant to change in this mode is your suction strength up and down. Something to note is it doesn't start on level 1. When the pump first turns on, it starts in level 4. So when you go up, you're going up from level 4, or you're going down from level 4. The way that you find your suction strength is by starting at that level 4 it first turns on in, and if you're uncomfortable at level 4, you're going to go down to where you're comfortable. But if the 4 is okay, you're actually going to go up and up and up until it is uncomfortable, and then you're going to go down 1 to where it's comfortable. So basically you're using your highest comfort strength. Now you're here for the first 2 minutes until you've had your letdown. The pump will automatically switch the phase over to what's called the expression phase, which is slower in its pattern, how many sucks per minute. But if you have your letdown, your milk flows before 2 minutes, you can push that button and it will go to that second expression mode. Now this is a lot slower of a suction pattern, but you also here are going to change your suction strength. What happens when you switch over to the expression phase is it will stay at the level that you were pumping at. So if you were pumping at level 7, it will go back to level 7 for you in that second phase, so you don't need to change that. But it is always good to try and see if you can go a little bit higher, because sometimes you can use a higher strength in that second phase. Go up until it's uncomfortable and then back down 1, no matter where that is. When you've finished pumping, you can turn your pump off with the power button. Now, a standard pumping session is around 15 minutes, so maybe sometimes a little bit more or less. But when you switch to the second phase, you are able to go back to the first phase anytime. So with that phase button, you can go back and forth for whatever you need during your pumping session. And again, the only other thing you're changing is your suction strength based on comfort. Now let's move on to cleaning. When it comes to using your Medela pump and style with MaxFlow with the standard collection kit, you also have the option to use the hands-free collection kit that they have separate. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because cleaning for both of these kits is almost identical. When it comes to cleaning for your Medela pump and style, either hands-free or the standard collection kit, I want you to know that there are a few parts that we are definitely not submerging in water. First, you have your pump motor, as well as your plug, and then we have our external battery pack is also not going in the water, and your tubing is also not meant to be cleaned in your standard day-to-day. Now, if something gets in your tubing, there are instructions about cleaning it with soapy water, but typically we don't have to worry about cleaning our tubing with the Medela pump and style with MaxFlow with either collection kit. When it comes to cleaning, you're cleaning the parts that come in contact with milk. So for a standard collection kit, you have your breast shields, your caps if you use the bottle as storage, and you have your whole connector head and the backflow here. So you have only a few parts, there's really are not many, and there's even fewer parts for that hands-free collection kit with just the backflow protector, the actual shield that goes on your body, and the connector cup. First off, you have the option of the sink or the dishwasher. So the recommendation is to clean the collection kit, whichever you choose, after every pumping session. So if you pump twice a day, you're cleaning it twice a day. You have the option of doing so either in the sink or the dishwasher. If you're going to clean it in the sink, you're going to take a clean separate bowl from the rest of your food dishes, fill it with some warm soapy water, put your parts in, let them soak for 5 minutes, wash as you normally would, rinse with clear water, and then you let them air dry. The other option is the dishwasher. You take all your parts, you fully separate them, and then you're going to put them on the top rack of your dishwasher only. You want to make sure they don't fall below or go, too close to where the main heating source is for your dishwasher. That can just warp your parts or, damage them early. Other than that, sink, dishwasher, it's your preference. The other recommendation that Medela has for cleaning your pump parts are sanitizing them at least once a day. That's morning, afternoon, or night, whatever works for you. But you have two main options for sanitizing through Medela. The first option is to boil your parts. Now, when they boil your parts, they're already going to be clean because you washed them after your last pumping session, and they're already going to be separated. So all of your parts are going to be disconnected still. You put them in a large stock pot of boiling water, and all of these parts boil for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you take them out and they will air dry pretty quickly because they're coming out of that hot water. The other option is the micro steam bag. So Medela makes micro steam bags. They look like large sandwich baggies. You put your parts in, again, separated and already clean, a little bit of water, and you microwave them for the time that it says, about 2 minutes, and then it steams them in the microwave to sanitize them. Those are great for on the go, out of the house, just anything where you need a quick sanitizing. Aceleron truly cares about the entire journey from prenatal through postpartum. And so that's why we have this unboxing series, but we also have other educational content for you on our website at aceleron.com, including one-on-one unboxings where you get a little bit more of a personal individual touch, and other consults like a return to work and things like that. So we want to make sure that you are fully covered and you have lots of access to different educational content. We also have some links, documents, videos, lots to explore. Again, that's at aceleron.com anytime.